Europe's creepiest places dare to explore dark alleys, abandoned castles, and eerie whispers in the night. Europe is full of places that send chills down your spine, but what if I told you some of these places hold terrifying secrets, ones that have left even skeptics shaken? Tonight, we explore the 5 creepiest locations in Europe, like places where people have seen things they can't explain, heard things that made their skin crawl. We're talking full-on goosebumps, hair standing on end kind of creepy. Are you ready? Because once you step in, there's no turning back. Poveglia Island, the island of no return. Imagine an island so haunted, so creepy that even locals avoid it. Just a stone's throw from Venice, this island has a dark past. It was a quarantine zone for plague victims. Thousands died there, their bodies left to rot. Later, a mental asylum was built, with doctors performing horrific experiments. Locals say Poveglia Island is cursed. Fishermen avoid it, fearing their nets will come up full of bones. Visitors feel a weight on their chest, a sense of dread. Would you be brave enough to set foot on Poveglia Island, knowing its gruesome history? The catacombs of Paris, 6 million skeletons and you. Paris, the city of love, right? But beneath those romantic streets, there's something dark lurking. The catacombs of Paris, a labyrinth of tunnels stretching for miles, filled with bones, the remains of over 6 million Parisians. Imagine walking through these dark, damp tunnels, the air thick with decay. The walls are made of skulls and femurs, a constant reminder you're among the dead. Visitors report hearing whispers, disembodied voices calling their names. Some claim to see shadows moving, fleeting glimpses of something not quite human. They say if you wander too far, you might get lost in the darkness forever. Chapter 3, The Tower of London, Blood-Soaked History and Restless Souls. The Tower of London, it's iconic, historic and haunted. Centuries of imprisonment, torture and executions. Blood soaks the ground, echoes of screams cling to the stones. One famous ghost is Anne Boleyn, beheaded in the tower. Her headless ghost wanders the halls, searching for her lost head. Guards report seeing shadowy figures, hearing footsteps and feeling cold spots. Some refuse night duty, too terrified to be alone with the spirits. If you visit the Tower of London, remember, Tsar, you might not be alone. Chapter 4, Hoia Baciu Forest, Romania's Bermuda Triangle. Deep in Transylvania lies Hoia Baciu Forest. This isn't your typical walk in the woods, a vortex of weirdness that will leave you questioning everything. People report missing time, strange burns and UFO sightings. The trees grow in twisted, unnatural shapes, almost as if they're in pain. Paranormal investigators believe it's a portal to another dimension. Would you be brave enough to enter this mysterious forest, knowing you might never be the same? Chapter 5, The Ancient Ram Inn, where the spirits refuse to be silent. The Ancient Ram Inn, a 12th century inn in England, is considered by many to be the most haunted house in the country. Built on an ancient pagan burial ground, it's crawling with paranormal activity. Full-on apparitions, objects moving on their own, and disembodied voices. Guests report being touched, scratched, and even attacked by unseen forces. Some wake up to find demonic figures at the foot of their beds. This isn't your friendly Casper the Ghost kind of haunting. The energy in the Ancient Ram Inn is so intense it can drive you mad. Would you dare to spend a night here? Europe is filled with dark history and haunted places that continue to terrify those who visit. We've explored islands where the dead outnumber the living, walked through tunnels made of bones, and encountered spirits who refuse to stay silent. But tell me, which of these places creeped you out the most, and would you ever visit any of them? Let me know in the comments below. And if you love eerie tales like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, because there's a lot more horror coming your way.